Hey there, welcome to a Pokemon Go video today. I will be showing off my shiny collection. So let's go ahead and get into my storage here and get right into it. For context, I have caught 169,843 Pokemon since starting my account in July of 2016. So we're going to go into shinies here, and I guess we'll start by going numerically. So starting off with Kanto, I definitely have the most from Kanto, and honestly it's mostly Calm Day stuff from Kanto. I feel like it's things that I just have too many of, so I have the full Bulbasaur line here, plenty of Charmanders, even a few costume ones I'm sure in there somewhere, but I love to Mega Evolve my shiny, so anytime I have shiny Charizard or Venusaur or Bulbasaur, I try to get a Mega Evolve. Plenty of Blastoise, and I was actually able to get the two of these costume shiny sunglass Blastoise from different Calm Days here. It looks like 2023. Moving on, some Caterpie, Butterfree, Weedle, just kind of a lot of that stuff. But then here into my Pikachus, you'll see some of my, actually let's go shiny and costume, because I feel like that'd be interesting. So I've got some Bulbasaur, or not Bulbasaur, Charmander and Squirtle here, but when it gets to my Pikachu, I've got, this one looks like to be a Halloween one. This one is definitely, I wish it told you way back when, what events things were from. This one just had a little ash hat. This one I love. This is my favorite costume shiny I think I have. Maybe I have some better ones, I'm not sure, but the Tiara, that was from, I think the Go Fest. It was based on the Gen 3 games, and so I feel like there was all kinds of cool costumes there. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe there's different ones. I'm actually tripping. But this is another Halloween Pikachu shiny, of course. And moving on, these are recent ones. This year's New Year's Eve event, I felt like was crazy. There were so many good shinies. Sorry, the light's hitting me weird here. But so many good shinies. It was really easy to get these, so I feel like I got 2 Jigglypuff and 2 Hoot here. I evolved that one to Knockout, and then here is a shiny costume Absol with some sunglasses on. Pretty sweet. Next is Jingle Bells. I like to keep my Christmas guys taken real good care of, so here's a Spheal. And I also have this Minccino, and I want to silver bottle cap it someday. It is a 15, 14, 15 shiny costume Pokemon. Pretty sweet. I don't even think I want to evolve it. I want to keep it as a Minccino. I just like it in that form. I was also able to get this shiny Dedenne with a costume this year during the holidays, and even a shiny costume background Gimmighoul with decent IVs, but very happy with that. So they're my shiny costume Pokemon. Let's do... Actually, I thought I had one more. Maybe not. This is one of my favorites too. Not a costume, but shiny Pumpkaboo here. Really cool. Or I guess Gourgeist. Decent IVs. So let's go back into the shiny collection here. Just going back by number, you can see just a lot of Calm Day Pokemon. Abra, Machop. I try not to power up too many of them, because you never know if you're going to get a really good IV one someday. I have no Shundos, unfortunately. After catching all those Pokemon, I have no Shundos. So maybe this is the year for me, maybe not. I don't do a whole lot of raids. I don't like to pay money in the game, so I feel like if I had done a lot of legendary raids over my time. But let's go into that next. Shiny and Legendary. I have 10, but I like to keep them real safe with me. So Scooter here is my Articuno, a pretty good shiny Legendary. I got another Articuno here. This is Slinky, my shiny Legendary. Zapdos. Now I need Moltres to complete the line. But I best buddied those. And then here is a shiny Lugia, Registeel. And then this one is actually a best buddy shiny Dialga. I really like that one. And it's the newer form. I can't even remember what you call it. But then Cobalion, Terrakion, Thundurus, and Kyurem. But all the shiny legendaries are very cool to me. So let's go shiny and, how do I spell Johto? O-T-O, there you go. Shiny and Johto, so Gen 2 here. a decent amount, mostly Paldea, but actually a few cool ones here. I love the shiny Marill and the Azumarill. I just feel like those are such a cool shiny line. Politoed, Hoppips, Jumpluff, Sunflora, Quagsire. Oh, can't forget about Quagsire. And I love the Steelix. Really cool shiny there. I felt like there was a time when all I could get was shiny Snubbull, but maybe I'm wrong because I think I've probably traded a few away. I've got about 1,000 total. Sneasel, also a very cool shiny. Mantine, I didn't even know I had these. That's a cool shiny too. And then my pride and joy, I recently got this one last year. This is a Dynamax Blissey. And so I've been powering this thing up and just basically making sure its max spirit level is pretty high. And of course, can't forget about the Larvitar line and then Miltank. Great shiny. Perfect shiny. I wish every shiny was like shiny Miltank. And here's my Celebi. Okay, going back to it. Gen 2, Gen 3. So Gen 3, I feel like is kind of lacking on the shinies. I just didn't like a lot of them. Does anyone else have like a bajillion shiny Galarian Zigzagoons? I don't know why I have so many. But a lot of those. Here is this is my favorite Pokemon actually. It's a shiny Ludicolo. So Ludicolo has always been my favorite Pokemon. I can't tell you why, I just like the way it dances. But terrible IVs, but I maxed it out, gave it an extra move. I just love it so much. 2400 CP, so you can't even get to Master League if you max out a Ludicolo. Moving on, tons of shiny Seedots, Ralts, too many of them, Gardevoir. This was like one of my first shiny Pokemon that I got, and it was a Hariyama, or a Makuhita that I evolved into a Hariyama, but I named it Thanos because it was about the time that Infinity Ward came out, and I was like, well, that's a sick shiny. Let's do Shiny and Shadow. I feel like that's another good metric. I love my shiny Shadow Pokemons. I feel like I do a decent amount of Shadow raids. I've only got 11 right now. None of them too crazy rare, except for maybe this Weezing. There was a Galarian Weezing time when you could just evolve any Pokemon automatically from a Coughing to a Galarian Weezing, and so I took him up on that, but I had a shiny Shadow Coughing that I did it with, so here we go. I think it's pretty rare. Tell me in the comments if it's not, but next up I've got Feebas, which is a recent one. I've got Crobat and Pinsir. I love these pink shinies. Mawil's kind of lame in my opinion, but Machamp, I might power this one up actually. I just don't think the IVs are, the IVs are terrible. Almost a Nundo. But yeah, decent shiny Shadows. I like to buddy those. Let's move on here. Let's keep going down the list. Anything good? Salamence, Beldum, Metagross. I mean, I feel like I've got so many Metagross. You guys are probably with me. Metagross has been around a lot. Got a lot of Metagross. But yeah, moving on to Gen 4. I feel like I've got most starter shinies except for some of the later gens. But yeah, so far so good. Torterra, Infernape, even Empoleon, and then plenty of Starly. Too many Starly, too many Bidoof. And then here are some shiny Shinxes. I like these a lot. These are good trade bait for me. Like, I feel like people usually need shiny Shinxes. Not a whole lot of people were playing in 2021 of November 2021 when the community day happened, so I feel like it was a good shiny bait or trade bait. Ambipom, Floatzel, Mothim. I'm glad that not all of these Pokemon are Paldea because it just ruins them for you. I feel like they're just not as valuable anymore. Maybe that's a hot take. Here's Spiritomb, a pretty sweet shiny. Nothing too wild to get it, I think. It was just part of a timed research event. Here is a shiny Garchomp, and I'll actually go use that to go look at my high CP shinies. So I have a pretty high CP shiny Tyranitar, Dialga like we saw, Zapdos, Garchomp. Here's an Emboar. One of my also favorite Pokemon is this shiny Emboar. I named him Lord N after the Black and White games. Salamence, Articuno. This was another cool one I got. It's Dynamax Umpheasant. That's the name. Unpheasant. Dragonite. Oh, here's a good one. I got traded this, I believe. A shiny Alolan execute. Pretty cool. But we'll get back to it here. So shiny, and let's do Unova. So my shiny Unova Pokemon are pretty extensive. I feel like there's just so many of them. I've got over 100 here. All the starter lines. So then some recent cool ones. Yeah, Musharna is a great one. I love Gigalith. It's always so hard for me to get Gigalith. I just feel like you gotta trade for it. There's not enough candies. Adino, beautiful. And then the Conkeldurr line, I actually have a 98%. So hopefully maybe a silver bottle cap in the future if not everything is pay to win in this game. I would get a Shundo Conkeldurr here. Moving down, I've got Caracosta, Ranunculus, Sawsbuck. Nothing too wild out of Gen 5, but just a lot of good ones. And I hope in the future when they release Shiny Electros, because it's in the new Legends CA game, that I can Mega Evolve these guys. Very cool. Haxorus. Man, I had so many Calm Day Axews I traded away, but man, Haxorus is a sweet one. I like that shiny a lot. Yeah, so that does it. Oh, and I have a shiny Genesect. I forgot about that. Because it's not technically a legendary, it's a mythical. Okay, moving on. Shiny, and we go down to Gen 6. So Gen 6, I'm going to be honest, let's see what we got here. I've got some of the starters, Delphox, Chestnut, all going to be Megas in the future, so that's good. Scatterbug is a hard one to get. I haven't even evolved it, I've just left it. I think it might be an event thing only, but maybe I'm wrong. You can correct me on that, but I don't see many Scatterbugs, but I catch a lot of them. I mean, I've got like, yeah, I've got over 1,000 candy. I feel like I see a lot. Pangoro. I like that shiny. I'm worried it's going to get a Calm Day in the future and it's going to be kind of worthless, but I guess that's just fine. I'm not playing it for value. I'm playing it for allure, just how it looks. Oh, I love Shiny Tyrantron. One of my favorite games, Ark Survival Evolved. I love collecting this shiny. I wish I had more of them. Next up, also Shiny Amora and Aurorus, cool shinies. They really went off with the Gen 6 shinies. I feel like later into the games, they realized like, oh, we want to make cool shinies so people want to collect them. Goomy, great shiny. I love that color for it. And then moving down, I've got Shiny Incineroar. What a great shiny. Whoever got Shiny Incineroar in the games, you're a genius. You're actually so smart, because Shiny Incineroar, although being in so many other games like Smash and like being highly praised, it just has an amazing shiny. Primarina, pretty good. I think I powered this one up way back when. It's so-so. Toucanon, recent Calm Day. I like that Pokemon. For the birds, it goes pretty well. I think Gen 7 is a slept-on generation. I just think that like the games were so-so, and they came at a time when we were going to go from 3DS to the Switch, and so they didn't get played as much, but those games are good, I promise you. Stuffle and Beware, very good Pokemon to collect if you can. Kind of a lot of candies to power up, but cool shiny. And then I got this one day so randomly, it really surprised me. Really cool shiny though. Next, moving on, lots of Jangmo-O. I must have gone crazy for that Calm Day. Must have been summer. Yeah, it was summertime. Anytime it's the summer Calm Day, I just feel like I collect so many of them. Obstagoon. Ooh, this one's cool. Galarian Mr. Mime, or Mr. Rhyme, that's what it is. And that's shiny, and I named him Mr. Christmas. I feel like that's a rare one. If anybody else has one of these, let me know, but I feel like this is one of my rare ones. Caught it in 2022. Ursaluna, and then now on to Paldea. Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and then Quaxley. I didn't do too crazy on the Quaxley, but I've got all of them. And then I hunted so hard. I think I was in like Minnesota. This one must have been from Minnesota. Doesn't even say. I hunted so hard for a shiny Lechonk. I wanted one so bad. The games had just come out. I was pumped, and so I actually ended up getting 2. And then I have the Palmy line, Palmot, and then finally Smoliv, Annihilate, Dunsparce, and that Gimme Ghoul you saw. So that's my shiny collection. I got about 1,000 when all said and done with the ones I've traded away. So if there's any shinies that I don't have that you have, please let me know. But that's going to be it for this video. Man, this sun is blinding me. I'm so sorry. But that's going to be it for this video of my shiny collection in Pokemon Go. Let me know how many shinies you have in the comments, which ones that you like of mine, which ones I got to get soon. As you can see, like, I don't have a whole lot of legendaries. I got to get my bread up there. But Pokemon Go is one of my favorite games. So if you want to see more videos, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.